Hi everyone, so today I have this new collection trial that Spellbinders put out. It is the North Pole Friends collection by Simon Hurley. I will say a lot of this is already sold out in Spellbinders. If I can find it on scrapbook.com, I'll try to link it there for you guys. But either way, they did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and I'll have them linked in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. For the Spellbinders, I do have them for the US and the UK. Obviously, Scrapbook is just around here. I don't know. Maybe they do ship internationally, but I don't know about that right now. I will say these are 3 different sets that I have here. This is sold out by itself on Spellbinders. The whole kit is sold out by itself. There's also another die set that I don't have here. I have the North Pole Friends, like the Sentiments. That comes with, the snowman and things. Someone has cute little hats and all those things to decorate him with. Hopefully you can kind of tell it's like these things. I think this goes to him. So I try to put it on here on this board so you guys can see everything, but there are so many pieces, so I'm trying to do my best. I have the Clauses, so that's up here. You're gonna have Mrs. Claus, the Santa Claus. They have the faces. You have their little gloves. Santa has a little Santa sack there. Your list, checking it twice there. You have your little bell you can ring. All kinds of different pieces, with their boots and their, faces and like flowers and, well, I wouldn't say flowers. I would say holly and stuff like that. His beard and mustache and her hair and like all the outfits, all the arms, all that kind of cute stuff. And then down here I have the elves, and I know it's hard to tell because I think the elves starts here and kind of goes up here a little bit. But and all the items you need to make a little girl, a little man or boy, different legs, they're doing different things, the little arms, their little boots, all the accents for them, their hair, the hats, the my goodness, my voice, I'm telling you. Okay, so that could be, they have these little lollipops here that could be a lollipop or like a little peppermint, right? If you just use these 2 pieces, the little swirly piece that goes on top of that, or that on top of that, or that on top of that, on top of that, So it has different color for the handle there. You have your candy canes, the little elf face, of course. And then a little gift and all these cute little things to make just adorable stuff. So I am going to think about what it is that I want to do. We'll probably create one of them because, again, they do have quite a few pieces, so I really want to focus, on each set at a time. And I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so it has been a couple days, actually, since I did the intro because that's just what happens in life, Take a pause, the kids are awake, and all that stuff. But I will say, since that break I took here before coming in, to go ahead and create our little, I think I'm going to do a gift box, but anyway, to create that, all these items are back in stock or in stock. So the the Clauses, the little elf set, the North Pole Friends, all those things are in stock. And I did also want to show you what I mean. A lot of times I'll say, oh, on the link there, because if you use my links, great. But once you get over to the Spellbinders site, there'll be images, right, of that product, right? You know how they do. Oh, actually, okay, it's going to look like this. And with a lot of the products that have a lot of pieces, if you scroll through the images, because, it's cute to look at some examples or however, but if you scroll through the images, you'll come across one that looks like this, and it's really cute. And so what I normally do is I'll right-click, so it depends on your computer, whatever you want to do, but right-click, and I say open image in new tab. You can probably save it and all that, or just open image in new window. It doesn't matter. You just want it to be by itself, and I'll show you why. Because if you just click on it, it does this, and that doesn't do anything for you, right? You need to right click. You need to get into your menus there. Excuse me. And then from here you can print it. So just file, print, or however you want to print. But once it's on its own like this, you can go ahead and print those instructions, and they are full color and very cute. So just have that in mind. I hope I don't drop my computer. I put it on top of a bunch of ink pads. I think it'll be fine. So that's what I have here. So you have them for, again, all the different things. And I've shown these to you guys before, but I've talked you through where to find them. But I just wanted to show you real quick. And I could have done a screen capture. That would have been better. But it's harder to edit when you go to screen capture. So, all right. Same for our elf. I'm going to make the elf today. That's why I went ahead and put away the other pieces. There are smaller dies, and I just don't want to lose anything. So I was like, I need to put away these Clauses dies before I misplace something. Full disclosure, it did kind of tip over on me, and some of them just kind of slid off because this bottom part isn't as magnetic as this top part. And I was like, oh no, I hope I found them all. So I think I did. But yeah, not good. We want to get them going. Okay, guys, so a few things. For the little face right here, And I guess this die, I mean, you can see there, has the face, but also has this little neck portion that you're going to glue this behind the head. And then they're showing all the pieces that you need for the head. And actually, I don't even know what that piece is for. Interesting. But okay, so right now, I know this is going to be skin tone. And, you know, a lot of times I try to look for like tan papers. And you might buy a neutral pack of papers. That'd be good, you know, for skin tones. This is literally just very, very pale. It's like the just cream colored cardstock I have in my stash, so we're going to use that one today. So it has the head and the neck, and then of course we're just going to find the other pieces. You know, she's wearing gloves. I'm going to do the little girl, I think. Wearing gloves, so you don't really need that many more pieces. It is showing for the face you're going to need all these accent pieces, but usually those are a little bit different colors. This one here has like black for the mouth. That's the piece that goes behind the mouth, you know, and then this is the nose and the little cheeks and the little pink tongue if you want. So just to show you, that's the mouth, little pink tongue bit, cheeks, and nose. So if you want those all different colors, clearly we're going to do black, we're going to do like a red or a pink, and then whatever nose cheek color if you want those to be different, you know, that's something to think about. So I'll just put this on black for right now because I am going to run that through some black paper. We have the arms. So I would say the arms you want to run through, you know, whatever color you would like, but, you know, to match the bulk of the little jacket. So we're going to need this. It does cut both of them at the same time. So that's nice if you're making both characters or if you just want to mix and match arms, you know. So I'll go with the darker green on that. Sorry, I ripped this paper. Actually, I can do it that way. There we go. So I can still use that piece, even though it'll be kind of thin. But let's do that. Dark green for the dress. So there's a one that doesn't look so much as a dress, but then this one has like a little skirt, should I say. So we have that. So dark green. These accent pieces are the little bib and the hat piece, which is kind of interesting because, like in their example, they did dark green and light green. So if you're going to do that, you're going to run this through a couple times. If you want it all the dark green, I mean, you kind of have to switch it out. If you want it all light green, this could be light green too, right? So you don't have to run it through. But we are going to run that through twice, I believe, to get the light green bib. The little arm cuffs. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about that. Okay. Well, let's look at this one first. This piece, this die right here, has the little cuffs for the legs, and it comes with 4 of them, so it can, you know, you can use them for both characters. And then these little bits here on the sleeves. So you're going to want to run this through the dark green and the light green if that's what you want to do. And it also holds her ponytails, her little pigtails, her braids, I guess, for the ends there, which is so funny because right now I have a braid and I have a little thing in it. There you go. Okay. So you're going to want to run those through. So I'll just do dark green to begin with, and I'm also going to run it through the light green. And then, is that all the green stuff? Oh, the legs. Okay, so that's going to be light green. Okay, so I think that's that for right now. Let me get some tape. So I'm definitely going to want to hold those things down. One big piece ought to do it. Okay. Ooh, actually, no, yeah. Let me look at this, because we do have that. Hold on, sorry. The little arm cuffs. Very interesting. There's these larger ones, and I don't think this belongs to this set. I think this belongs to the Santa Claus set. So let's just pretend that that's not here. Because like I said, I was trying to put things away that might be from Santa. Or this guy. I have a feeling it's from Santa. It's the cuffs. They're just bigger. I don't know if you see the scale of these cuffs is bigger than the one we just looked through. So that, yeah, that's definitely for a different set. Okay. The light green stuff, again, that was that one die, so I'm going to have to bring it over later. Belt. Right here. It does show this straight piece. Oh, it's for the eyes. So if you want the eyes to be black or if you want them to be like a cute color, this has the belt, that rounded portion, but it also has for the behind the eyes. So I'll probably just go with black with that one because I'm even going to do the hair in black because I thought that'll look real stark and kind of fun. So her little hair I'm also doing black, so her eyes are going to be real crystally, you know. These colors are going to be they're going to pop really well. What else do we have? Okay, well I'm going to do the lollipop, or yeah. So I'm going to have her holding this one with the black. The stick can be black. And then red. I grabbed a few different reds, not knowing what I was going to go with. And then maybe this lighter red. And then pink accent. That can fit right there. I think that's the only thing. Maybe I'll use that same pink for her little nose or cheeks or cheeks and tongue. I don't know. We'll see. So I have this in front of us. So that's kind of where the legs. Okay, so let's bring this over here. I mean, she can be doing whatever you want. Do you want her to do a little something like this or like this? Let's do this one just because it's fun. So little green, light green legs. We have the other accent already over there. Again, I'll have to run that one die that has the little accents again through that one. So is that the only one I have right now? I guess that is. The gloves are red. And I'm just making it basically what we're seeing here so you can do this at home and kind of see what I'm walking through. The belt we already have over here in black. A little belt, little cuff or buckle. I have to look at this. I tell you, I save everything. So a little piece of gold because I know that's good for like sentiments or other things. So that little piece of gold will run through there. And then her hat base. I'll use the little crooked hat. You can switch whichever hat you want. We'll do that one. And I think that is it for right now, guys, because that's the thing. I'm not doing a gift. I'm doing this. Oh, her little shoes. Hello. Red also. Okay. So again, as big as your machine is, try to run everything through at the same time. That way you don't have to spend too much time die cutting. And that works for me. So let's just do that. I'll trim this down a little bit. And I'll be right back. And again, I do need to run through some other pieces through like the light green for that to work and all that. So anyway. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have all my pieces here. Let's get close and see what it is we want to do. So obviously we have our little, you know, how to put this together, but there are some items I want to put down first, like this portion is that little scruff, little bib area. I'm going to go ahead and pop that down first. It looks like the neck is supposed to go on top of that because there's a little embellishment, and a little embossed area there that shows you that. You can see that at the top there. So that is quite interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on right now. I suppose we could do that later. But I'm going to pop that on first because there are some things we want to do with the face before you attach to this. I suppose. I mean, I guess, well, maybe not because, well, yeah, because that black piece has a whole background. It doesn't need this to like support it. So the little mouth has this little portion. And then there's also a piece of paper from here, right? The one that is with the band is this straight piece that goes right across here to cover the eyes. I mean, a color eye would be very cute. I want it to look very elfy, like a little bit surreal, kind of weird is what I'm going for. So I'm gonna turn this around. Again, this is a little mouthpiece that you can just pop on there. It does have like an indentation to it, but that's not the biggest deal because just put it behind there. I suppose when you pop the little mouth part on, oh, you know what? Maybe we should do that first. Just in case. Let me take this off. Sorry, guys. There's that little pink piece. That's the mouth or the tongue. This guy. And if you pop that on first, maybe it's supposed to fall behind here. I don't know. So let's go ahead and put that on first because it does look pretty big. And here you're only seeing like a little bit of it. Yeah, so that's a good thing. So go ahead and put the little tongue bit in first. Just so you have that little tiny bit of black showing too. Okay. And then I have like nose. I'm thinking I'll do the nose in red. I ran the same things through the little nose area, the little cheek area. So I ran the cheek through pink, which gives you a pink tongue, pink nose, pink, you know, cheeks, whatever you want to do. But again, I want it to look kind of playful. So we're doing pink there. And then I'm going to, and again, there's little areas there that show you. This is the same die. I'll get the little red nose from that. So kind of playful, very cold, obviously. Almost clown looking, I don't know. Cute. Okay. You want to do some inking, all that fun stuff, you can definitely do that. Now we have the shoesies. And again, a lot of these things do cut it out for the pair, which is really nice. So I need to find the shoes that go with this. I think they're the same. They pretty much look the same. And then this guy is turned a little bit differently because of the way it's kind of like kicked out, you know, crunched up on the one side. Ah, no. Okay. Don't like that. That's what all these little white bits you see here is just glue. And once you kind of let it set, it's just almost impossible to get off, especially because I don't want to rub the white paint off the grid. But if you take care of it quickly, you should be okay. And you know I don't do that. Okay, so little cuffs. Super cute here. And there we go. And oh, let's see here. You know what? I'm gonna go turn down the TV. I canceled my cable because I really don't watch cable television. Like, I just don't. And it was pretty expensive. And so I have just local channels. So I always have it on PBS because I love PBS. By the way, please donate if you can because they have had their funding from the government drastically reduced. And we love PBS, don't we? So support them. I'll be right back. So here locally in the morning, it's on cartoons, and I don't mind. I love Wild Kratts and all that, and it's so funny because Miranda will come downstairs and she acts like she's not interested, like, oh, that's baby stuff. But she loves Daniel Tiger. He's so cute, and she used to watch him when she was little. So she'll sit there and act like, oh, is this on? And then she just keeps watching it. I think it's so adorable. Anyway, okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just kind of skipping around now because I have this guy to glue down. That's our lollipop, the red background. And then the little pink swirl. Cute. That's really fun. So I'm kind of, oh, I was kind of lining up the little pink swirl to touch kind of like the edge. You know, so it's coming from somewhere. Okay, we have that. Oh, where's my hat? Okay, hat's here. Green cuff and green puff. There we go. So sorry, I'm kind of jumping around from one thing to the next as far as what should be done. So I have these little shoesies for next time, and then again the little gloves we have also for the pair of elves that are super cute. They're just done really well. It's just a very cute, whimsical kind of thing. Okay, hold on. Before I get to that, I'm just going to put some glue, hopefully not too much. That is the band. It's kind of rounded, right? And then the little glue, a little gold buckle. Ooh, I almost eyeballed that, right? There we go. Have the hair, and then we have, okay, so which arms do we want to use? She is doing some funny stuff already, like the little hat's cocked, you know, to the side a little bit. Her little legs are kind of like this. We have little arms that can be kind of funny, but maybe we'll use these guys. Okay, so I'm just going to put some glue on here. Assuming the arms kind of come out from behind this little scruff area. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look very Dr. Seuss? Something about that already. Just because that little scruffiness, I guess. So cute. Okay, so we need the gloves and... oh, the accents for the gloves. Did I get rid of those? They're over here somewhere. Oh my goodness, there should be light green. Oh, they're here. Woo! Thank goodness. Okay. I was like, there's something else I probably got rid of. I can't tell if these are exactly the same. I mean, they look similar, so I don't think it's the biggest deal, but that matches up perfectly. And then, yeah, so I think they're the same other than being a left and a right. So I'll keep that for the next creation, keep the little arms for the next creation. And then we can go ahead and stick our belt down since we have it sitting here in front of us. All right. And then the little cuffs. Again, you need a left and a right, so they're kind of in pairs. And then her little hair ties. So I'm going to pop out one from either side. I think that'll be good. And they have them like this, so like the thicker end of the way it curves is towards the bottom. Hopefully I can show you what I mean. I don't know if it's that big a deal, but see how it kind of, it's a little pointy here and then kind of rounder here. That's towards the bottom. This is so cute. Oh my goodness. That's why I want to make into a gift box, if not a card, just because I know it takes a moment to make them and to really showcase, you know. Okay, the hair. So I'm going to put this on here, put a little glue behind here, and try and go ahead and match that up. There's a little opening in the hair. How cute is that? You want to push it up enough so it doesn't look funny. Okay, so I think that looks good right there. Maybe I'll straighten it out a little bit more. Pretty much almost all the way to the top. Okay. I'm I'm gonna hold that down because I did put glue behind the head, like in front of the hair. So I think, is that everything? I think that's everything. And then we'll just, oh, I do need her little hair things, these guys. Okay, these two little bits right here on that one die are her hair band bits that are really small. So there are lines on her hair that show you where they go right there. I don't know if you can see there's two little embossed lines. So right here and right here. Her head's still kind of moving on me. Sorry guys. Ah! And here. I love watching the Wildcrats though. It just reminds me of Dorian used to watch it all, and he loved, you know, dinosaurs and animals and all that stuff, of course. So it's really cute. I like to hear them. I guess we'll just keep moving on. So we have a little head, and I'll put it like this. Oh my gosh, you guys, this, look at all the detail. Look how cute she is. I don't mind that I have glue on her head because we're going to cover her head anyway with the hat. But like just the layers, even like this being popped up from here, you can even see some depth there just because of the background for the mouth is making that little depth, you know. Okay, so a little glue here. That is the cutest. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess you can make her little legs a little shorter, a little longer, depending on where you go ahead and place this. That is adorable. And I'm assuming she's supposed to be on that foot and then kind of her legs up. Probably, right? So, where should this little lollipop be? Just like there is fine. Okay. And then she has her little hat. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to put it straight up and down on top of her head. There's a lot of movement already, like this way and that way, you know. I mean, it's always cute to put it a little bit sideways. Well, maybe something like this. Is that not the cutest thing? You guys, it's so funny to just watch it all come together, right? So cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a little more there. All right, I'm gonna let that set up, and made from our North Pole Friends sentiment set. The sentiment set comes with the, with our North Pole Friends set, and that is your sentiment, but does come with the little snowman that is super cute. Again, see, he has his cuffs on here. Yeah, this is definitely from the Santa Claus set. I'm going to put that away right now to not lose that. So let me think about what I want to do as far as cutting this. So I'll just take one of the little background pieces, maybe. Oh, Santa's Workshop. Of course, you have this pole, and then, so if you do the pole, like, let's say white and then red, and then this little bit goes on top. I might just have the little, like, Santa's Workshop. Oh, toy shop is cute. Anyhow, something like this. And so if I do that, I will have, let's think. I'm trying to think where I would put that. Yeah, maybe I will. I don't know. Okay. A couple different colors. So let's say red with a black. So red inlay, so that the letters are cut out, and then just a black background. Okay, I'll be right back. And as you do this, pay attention to your lettering, to your wording, that it's facing the way you want, especially since there's a little arrow if you're using it as a sign. I guess it could face either way, but Santa's Workshop. And there you go. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead, excuse me, and made the little sign. I don't know if I'm going to use it or use the whole thing. It just depends on how big our gift box is. I was thinking about making it to like the size of something you would have for like a gift card. So we'll see. Just so it really focuses on our little lady here. It's adorable as she is. But I did, like I said, make this pole so you'd have an idea what that looks like a little bit. I did do the background in red since my sign is red, hoping that the white would kind of offset that pretty well. So the accent piece is in white, the background piece is in red, and we put some glue on that and down the side. And I didn't even cut the full thing because the red paper I had was only so long. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to cut it down anyway. I know I'm not going to have room for the whole hole there on my box. So let's put that there. Cute. Oh, almost. And then this little piece goes on the top there. How cute is that? I'm not going to put this together yet because I don't know exactly where that's going to end up. So let's just leave it like that. Maybe we make a gift card holder that is more in this kind of direction. So it's something like this, you know. See what I'm saying? It's still a lot going on. So a gift card's not that big. But something like that, right? I mean, you can still see what it says. Okay, let me come up with some numbers. A lot of times I come up with those numbers with you guys, but it's okay. I'll just come up with them and then we'll get everything cut. I'll be right back. So cards are like 2 by 3 1/4, just over 2 inches. So I'm just gonna make this a little bit bigger because as you can see, I mean, if I really want to get a lot of this on there, it's gonna have to be bigger. Yeah, so I'll probably add an inch, if not more, all around this to make our box. But you know, you can put money in there, you can put jewelry, you know, cute costume jewelry or just whatever you want. But I'll be right back. Okay, so this is gonna be super easy. The top is gonna be the same as the bottom. So basically, if I want it to be 3 by 4 1/4 when I'm done, which is a good size, I'm gonna go 4 by 5 1/4 pieces of cardstock that we need for the top. Excuse me. So we're gonna need the same size for our lid and for our base. So not too hard there, but let me put this aside and I'll probably just use my paper trimmer. You know, I love my Spellbinders paper trimmer. I've bought it twice already. So 4 by 5 1/4 is what we're gonna need for the cardstock. And I'm trying to think how I can get this. Yeah, I can get them both from this one piece of cardstock. Just trying to think. So let's do 5 1/4 this way. This is A4 size paper, but you can do the same thing I think with A2. So 5 1/4 in this direction and then 2 pieces that are 4 inches. So the box is going to have 1/2 inch sides, so it's a small box. Again, I'm gearing it towards like a gift card. I mean, you can even do, 4. A 1/4 inch sides, right? I mean, it'd be very tight, but cute. So anyway, let's do 4 inches. What was I going? What was I doing? Okay. So let's just pretend this is our box base. So our box lid, again, they're both exactly the same. 4 by 5 1/4. I hope that's what I said. That's what I said. That seemed funny to me. Okay, 1/2 inch sides. So on this one, I'm gonna score it at 1/2 inch all around. Not cut it, but score it. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch on all the sides. Okay, I don't want to take too much of your time, especially since we did all this step by step. So I'll be right back. 1/2 inch all around. Okay, so again, 4 by 5 1/4, 1/2 inch all around. And the way you make your lid different from your base, the base either has to be a little bit smaller than this or the lid has to be a little bit larger, sorry, so that one fits on top of the other one. So instead of 1/2 inch on this one, we're going to score it at 9/16. Okay, so if these are 16ths, these little lines, each one of these little guys, that's 8 of them to 1/2 inch. We need this guy, one right next to it. So that's 9/16. So we're going to score it 9/16 all around. I know it's kind of like, okay. So 1/2 inch, the one right there, 9/16, so that this box base ends up being a little bit smaller all around because you're eating up some of that right now. So I'm going to go around 9/16 and I'll be right back. Okay, we did 9/16 all around. Since my trimmer is out right now, I'm going to go ahead and just do a little matte layer for behind our little character and everything. So we have our box being 3 by 4 1/4, right? Those are the measurements we're going for. And so this is legitimately 3 by 4 1/4 with the 1/2 inch all around this part. So let's do the 3 inch side. So I'm going to do 2 7/8 by 4 1/4. So 4 1/8. And let's see if that looks good. That looks plenty good. Again, we're going to cut away some of the stuff. Okay, so let's make our lid and box base super easy. Ooh, that'd be cute to run this through an embossing folder, wouldn't it? I'll just run this through an embossing folder. That's kind of holiday related. I think that'll be very cute. because why not? Just going all out for this one. And then you're gonna make your boxes the same. So if you're the type of person who likes to cut up and then away this way, you know, and then the same on the other side, I usually pirouette around here, pinwheel around. So on the score line, right to where they meet, and then cut a little bit away so that when you fold it, it looks nice. So I like, again, to go around. Ooh, these scissors are really big for this dainty box. Look what it's doing to my paper. It's kind of tearing it up a little bit. But anyway, like I said, I pinwheel around, and I'll do the same thing for the other one. And we'll have a lid and a base. No big deal. Yeah, so score lines, glue tab that we just created. Right? Exactly the same process for the base, and glue those guys down. So I always put glue right to the very edge, and I try to do a couple at a time. So if you have clippies, you can also use your clippies, of course, to help you hold that. So right here, and this is handmade. It might be, you know, I mean, this is pretty spot on, but you might find that, oh, that little piece is a little bit longer than this one or however, but just try to make it so it looks nice. Okay, so I'm gonna hold those and then glue here and glue here and hold those. Okay, and I'll do the exact same thing with this one. Okay guys, so we have our base and lid, and they're very still wet because I literally just finished it. So let's see how we go. And there you go. All right, very cute. I did run this through an embossing folder, just an old embossing folder I have, guys. I know people ask like, which one is that? It's just a super old one that's not available anymore. Okay, so but with snowflakes. And so this is white core paper, so I thought just add a little more. I'll take one of these guys and give it a little zhuzh, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue that down. I could have done this when it was flat, but I hadn't run it through the embossing folder yet, so I was like, yeah, I'll just wait. And you can also do this after you add your little pole to it, so that you know exactly where you're gonna be on that. But no big deal, I'll just take that and then turn it over and press down. And I'll be right back. Okay, so let's bring over our little, that's our little lady. She is so cute. Okay, so this is a gift box. So honestly, it doesn't have to like fit into anything. So I was thinking that some of the stuff can just go off the side. So maybe something like that. It doesn't have to be super crooked. Maybe there. Okay, so let me see, where's that at? Just about here. Something like that. So let's just glue that down. You can do, you know, your embossing 3D like adhesive or whatever. So I cut it a little shorter. I did put it to the end of the box. I mean, you can put it to the end of the blue or whatever it is. Then this little guy. Just put most of the glue here because I know some of it's going to be sticking off. This side, how cute is that? And again, just kind of wonky. Obviously, you'd want this more towards the center, but I'm just doing something fun. And then our little guy. Oh my gosh, she is so cute. So, I think I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive behind her head that's kind of thinner. And then, oh, there you go. See, there was one die that I told you they slid off, and I was like, oh no, this actually goes to the Santa's workshop, the sentiment set, because there are things like Let It Snow, cute little things like that that fits in with. This is what happens when you make a video and then you come back to finish it, because I was like, did I show? I hope I showed everything. So anyway, you have this piece that cuts like Toy Shop and the other sentiments that are shorter. Okay, so I am going to put some very thin dimensionals behind her head because I feel like the head does stick up a little bit differently than the body, and I will be right back. Okay, and then the rest of the body I'll just put glue. You know, got some glue there. Oh gosh, this is so cute. So let's put on her little foot. That, and glue that down and hold that down. And I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, you guys, how adorable is this? And I changed my mind on this. Since her little foot's here, I just went under with my cutter bees and snipped it off. So there you go. I mean, just adorable. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that is our little box made with one of our little North Pole friends there. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I mean, this is just super cute. So good on you, Simon Hurley. Adorable. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box. Again, usually what I link is everything from like July new releases and then specifically to this collection. And you'll see all the different items again with the bundle that is now in stock. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see y'all at the next one. Bye now.